Welcome back! In this video we will knit the heel of our sock. First we knit the heel flap. Depending on the amount of stitches you have casted on, you may need to shift the beginning of the round one stitch to the left to make the design for the top of the foot work. I will explain that in more detail in the written pattern. To knit the heel flap, slip a stitch as if to purl and knit a stitch. Slip the next stitch and knit another stitch. Continue like that until you have reached the end of your needle. Now turn and slip the first stitch as if to purl. Purl across the rest of the needle. Repeat these 2 rows until you have finished the entire heel flap. I have finished knitting the rest of my heel flap, and next I will show you how to knit the heel cap. I have 30 heel stitches, which I divide into 3 sections of 10 stitches. First, I knit until I reach the last stitch of my second section, which is after 19 stitches. Next, knit 2 stitches together and turn. Purl until you reach the last stitch of your second section, which is after 9 stitches. Purl 2 stitches together and turn. Knit 9 stitches, then knit 2 stitches together. Continue decreasing like that until only the stitches in your second section remain. In my case, that is 10 stitches. Now that the heel cap is finished, I will show you how to pick up the stitches for the foot. First, knit across the heel stitches. Next, pick up the stitches on this side of the flap. Always make sure to insert your needle under at least 2 strands of yarn before you pull the yarn through, and try to pick up the stitches as evenly as possible to avoid holes. I have picked up 15 stitches so far, and next I will pick up another stitch in the corner to close the gap before the next needle. I like to insert the left needle from back to front and knit that stitch through the back loop to make the stitch as tight as possible. For the top of the foot, there are different designs for different shoe sizes. If you have casted on 60 stitches, start with 2 purl stitches and then knit a twist. When you knit the twists, keep in mind to continue where you left off before you made the heel flap, so that the twists stay even. Purl 1 stitch before you knit 4 stitches. After that, purl a stitch and knit another twist. Purl a stitch and knit 4 stitches. And repeat. For other shoe sizes, you need to check the written pattern, since I changed the design for this needle a bit, so it stays symmetrical. The last 2 stitches of the needle are purl stitches. On the second side of the flap, pick up 16 stitches as you did on the other side. So start with a stitch in the corner and then pick the rest up as usual. After that, knit 1 round of knit stitches along the stitches you picked up, and at the same time continue in the same design as in the last round for the top of the foot. In the next round, we start knitting the decreases. Knit until you get to the last 3 stitches of your needle. Knit 2 stitches together and knit the last stitch. Across the next needle, knit the design for the top of the foot. At the beginning of the next needle, knit a stitch, then slip, slip, knit. After this, knit 2 rounds where you just knit across the heel needle and then knit the same design as before across the needle for the top of the foot. Then knit another round where you decrease. Continue decreasing like that in every 3rd round until you are back down to your initial amount of stitches. For me, that is 60 stitches in total. In the next video, I will show you how to knit the foot and the toes. I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave a comment below. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.